This is an example of using the Atlas table append function to add a sales line to an existing sales order. So we have a sales order 101098. It's got some dates here. It's got 6 lines on it. We're going to add a 7th line, and that line is going to contain item number 1902 for maintenance services for 8 probably hours at $11. Notice it's got a lookup on it, so I can look up all the various item numbers in AX, but that wasn't the subject of the discussion. So what we'll do here is first of all change to designer mode. Then we'll go and open up the table append function, and we are after a primary table of order lines. So if I type ORDER over here, I can see that order lines also has a system name of sales lines. That's going to be our primary table for the upload. So I'm going to go to the Append tab at the bottom. Click on that, and we'll see we have a number of default fields. We're going to add some fields to that list by clicking on the append node and then click the fields button up above. We're going to click the available fields node. We'll do a partial search of customer account. Customer. We've got a number of similar sounding fields. If I click show system names, I can see that that is the field I'm after. I'm going to click apply to add it to the task pane. We also want to add customer groups, so GROUP group is going to filter out a bunch of groups. This one I want customer group. Add it to the task pane. I want requested ship date, REQ. Available or requested receipt, requested ship. I want requested ship date. Click apply. Okay, so I've got a list of fields that are this would probably be enough fields to continue with the upload, but I've decided I want to add some more. So I'm going to navigate the list further, and I want to find line number. Line number is right here. I'm going to click OK. I want requested receipt date, REQ. Requested receipt date. Click apply. I want sales category, SALES. There's sales category. Click apply. I want text, TEXT. There it is. Click apply. And I want unit, UNIT. There it is, sales unit. Click apply. Okay, so I can click OK to close the pop-up window. The next thing I want to do is set the named ranges for the fields and configure some criteria for the other fields. So I'm going to start with sales order and right click it and choose the default name range, which is the system name for the field. I'm going to do the same for item number. I'm going to do the same for quantity. I'm going to do the same for unit price. I'm going to do the same for net amount. And at this point, I'm going to skip down to the requested ship date field, right click it, and choose shipping date requested. Do the same for line number, choose equal line num. And then I'm going to go to the unit field and choose equal sales unit. Now in the text field, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to go to the properties window and type equal TEXT. I'm doing this instead of choosing the system name, which is name. I can do that, and you just learned how. Okay. At this point, I'm going to close the properties pane. I just did that. Now I'm going to go back and revisit some of the fields that still need attention. The currency field, I'm going to right click it, go back to properties, and I'm going to hard code this value to this field to US dollars. I can click apply, or I can simply click the next field. And for the line status, I'm going to use the lookup functionality in Atlas to look up in the table the valid choices. I like back order. I'm going to select lines. I'm going to click OK. I've now hard coded the line status to equal back order. If I use the next button until I get to customer, I'm going to do something a little different here. I'm going to use the reference field type, which opens up some additional fields down below. I'm clicking the update button to update the list of fields, or the list of tables in AX that I can draw from. And I'm trying to get them to pull down here in the table name. There we go. There's some 6,000 to choose from, so that took a few seconds. I want to scroll down this list until I find the table called Sales Table. Come on. So SA gets me down into the sales area. Sales Table is right here. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to choose customer account from calculated field. So pull that down and see for customer account. Customer account is right here. Then for the filter, I'm going to click sales ID, so I can type S to get me started, and down here further I know there's a sales ID, and it is right here. Sales ID, I'm going to click the green plus. In the criteria box, I'm going to type equal sales ID. I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to click apply, and notice that in the value box, Atlas enters % customer account. What happens here is the reference field applied to the customer, the reference field type applied to the customer field will prompt Atlas to fill in the customer value field in the template automatically. That's what the % cust account does. This syntax tells Atlas to find the specific customer account in the sales table for the sales orders in the cells named equal sales ID in order to complete the upload of the new sales lines. So you'll see the impact of that when we do the upload. Next thing we're going to do is, still within this same pop-up field properties box, we're going to choose an X++ method. So we'll click the lookup button, and we want to choose an X++ method called init from customer table. And there it is right there. We're going to click this, click OK, and scroll up and click apply just to be sure. What this is going to do is something a little different. During the upload, AX will execute this method, which will pull additional fields from the customers table and apply them to this new sales order line. So these fields aren't configured in this template that we're now defining, but they will be updated automatically. In order to see that, you need to go into AX, look up this method, and read the code that makes that happen. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is scroll to the group field, and we're going to do something similar to what we did with the customers field. We're going to click the reference field from the field type drop down. That again opens up some fields down below. And we're going to click the refresh button. Then we're going to use the pull down to look for the sales table. There it is. In the calculated field drop down, we're going to look for cust group. There it is. And in the filter, we're going to drop it down to find sales ID. There it is. We'll click the green plus. Into the criteria, we're going to type equal sales ID. Nope, I made a mistake. It should be equal, not minus. Sales ID. Hit enter. Click apply just to be sure. Notice that Atlas is going to enter the value % customer group in the value area. What this does is prompt Atlas to find the customer group in the sales table for the sales orders in the cells named sales ID. Just like we did last time, but instead of looking up customer, we're going to look up the customer group that's already linked to the sales order that we're updating. Okay, we're then going to move to the sales category, and it's out there somewhere. There it is. Okay, we're going to again use the reference field logic, and in this case we've already hit the refresh, so it should be ready to go, and it is. We want to look for a table named EcoRes Sales Category Expanded. Quite a mouthful. And type E, EcoRes Sales Category, EcoRes Product. Here it is right here. Okay, our calculated field is going to be Rec ID, and our filter is going to be chosen as name. Click the green plus, and in the criteria box we're going to type equal NAME. Click apply just to remember, just so I don't forget to do that. And what this will do was prompt Atlas to fill in the value field automatically as Rec ID. I think you see that up here. And using the record ID during the upload, Atlas will add this sales category name to the sales line. Okay, so there's some labor saving functionality that Atlas will perform based on that Rec ID. Okay, now at this point in time we can take a look and see that most all of the fields were updated, except I think I forgot one here. My mistake. Receipt date requested should be this one here. Okay, so at this moment in time here, we're going to save our work that we've done by clicking the insert button. So the template we're going to insert into the document, and I know that it's been inserted because my button changes to update. We will do a quick check to see that we have named ranges, and we do have named ranges, so conceivably this upload could work. Let's give it a shot and see what happens. We will change to standard mode, and we'll make sure that the order lines template is accepted. We'll click confirmation, we'll click upload and see what happens. We've got an error. So this is an error coming from the AX business connector, and it's telling us that there is something wrong, and there is a discrepancy in the order type between the order line and the order header. So we have more work to do. Let's solve the problem. Let's go back to designer mode, and we're going to need some additional fields. We're going to choose our template, go back to the Append tab. Come on. Check, click order lines, go back up to fields. Move our pop-up pane over to the left and choose show system names. And we want to add some additional fields. So the first one we want to add is quantity ordered, so QTY. Quantity ordered is needed. We want delivery remainder. Click apply to add it. Delivery remainder. Delivery. See what we have here. Remain invent physical is the system name. So I'm not finding it. So let me type remain. And we've got remain invent physical right there. We also want remain sales physical. There it is right there. And we're going to click apply, and I'm going to go back over here, and we want now price unit. Type price and see if we get price unit. There's price unit. We'll add it. We want type. T-Y-P-E. Sales type. There's sales type. Click apply. We want mode of delivery and dimension number. So mode of delivery. Okay, click apply. We want dimension number. And we've got quite a few. Dimension space NO. And there it is right there. Click apply. Okay, if I click OK and scroll over to my list of fields in the task pane, which are now in my template, I've got some additional fields that I just added down here at the bottom, and those need to be configured before we can continue with our upload attempt. So we want to start with deliver remainder. Right click and choose properties. And we want our deliver remainder to be equal to the sales quantity, equal sales QTY. We want the second deliver remainder to be equal to the same name range, sales QTY. Hit enter. Click apply. We want our dimension number to be hard coded. So down to the dimension number, and we're going to choose 00070 _69. So we looked up that number in the AOT. You want to take care of the mode of delivery, which is back here. We want the mode of delivery to be 10. That is a valid value set up in AX that I needed to be sensitive to. The price unit is 1. Okay. What else have I got here? I've got the type. What have I got? Let me take a look here. The quantity I want to be equal to 1. So there's my quantity. I'm going to hard code it as 1. Sorry. Missed the button here. That quantity was we can go up here to the view. Click apply and take a quick tour. That quantity was, which was quantity ordered. Okay. Back to my properties. This I need to take care of the type, of course. The type is sales type. Sales type. Type. Where'd it go? Scroll down to the bottom. There it is. Okay, the sales type is going to be chosen by using the lookup. So we're going into the AX table, and we want the sales type to be sales. This one here. Click select lines, click OK, click apply. Alright, it looks like I am close to running the upload again. Before I do that, I want to make sure that I click the Insert button, which is going to save my changes inside this document. Okay. Then I want to go to change to standard mode. Make sure that Order Lines is selected. Click the Confirmations tab. Click Upload. And I still have some sort of an error. And it doesn't like that dimension number. So let me go back and see what we've got to choose from by windowing into AX. Go back to Designer. Choose my append. Dimension number is down at the bottom here. Go to Properties. Move my pane over to the left. Delete that one out of there. Got my magnifying glass. And here's one right here. Looks like I may have chosen the wrong number of zeros. Select lines. Click OK. Oh, wrong number of zeros. Click Apply. Click Insert. Change back over to standard mode. Click the Confirmation tab. Click Upload. And I've successfully added one line to sales order number 101098. And it should contain item number 1902. So let's take a look by going into AX for looking for sales order 101098, I think that was. And take a look in the sales module for all sales orders. And I want to look for SO-101098. There it is. So if I scroll down in my lines, I'm going to have to pull up the bottom part of this form. There is my added additional line for item number 1902. And here's some detail. It's product number 49 with all the various dimensions. This is the line we've added for 8 hours, if you will. Quantity of 8 for 11 for a total of 88. So that concludes a presentation on how to add an additional sales order line to an existing sales order using the Atlas table append function.